Action is a wide-open genre and term, and we endeavored to include something from every era, style, and movement of action movies. We have the classics, modern fan favorites, superhero blockbusters, and plenty from the macho 80s. Not to mention some action genre crossovers, sci-fi, horror, and of course comedy. Today we bring 6 most anticipated action movies of 2023 Part 2. If you missed Part 1, check it out in the iCard above or in the description section below. But for now, let's begin. Number 6. 65. 65 is an upcoming science fiction thriller film written and directed by Scott Beck and Brian Woods and starring Adam Driver and Ariana Greenblatt. It's a story about a futuristic space cruiser that crash lands on a distant planet and only the captain and a young girl survive. As the two space travelers get their bearings of the foreign terrain, it is revealed that the planet is actually Earth 65 million years ago and full of prehistoric dinosaurs that threaten their survival. Things are further complicated when they discover a large asteroid. The asteroid is on a direct collision path with Earth, and the pair must desperately reach their escape vessel as the world's extinction rapidly approaches. 65 is coming in cinemas on March 17th. Number 5. Polite Society. Nida Manzoor made her feature film debut with Polite Society at the recently concluded Sundance Film Festival to rave reviews. The 2023 British action comedy puts a martial arts twist to the coming-of-age saga of two sisters, Ria and Lena. It is like the world of Scott Pilgrim versus the world, the son of Rambo, sex education, and Bollywood colliding in a spunky, energetic feminist retelling. The film blends Bildung's Roman comedy tropes galore with fantastical elements typical of Bollywood to tell the story of a 16-year-old who dreams of becoming Britain's top stunt woman. The feminist action comedy revolving around two British Pakistani sisters has already garnered a 90% approval rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. It has also received praise for its catchy editing as well as sound design and music. The movie is releasing on 28th of April. Number 4. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. The Transformers franchise has been a multi-billion-dollar sensation thanks to its can't-lose combination of fast cars, low-angle cameras, and robots that both rock him and sock him. Now the series plans to take fans into new territory yet again with Transformers: Rise of the Beasts, a film set in a new time period and featuring new human characters and some pretty awesome-looking robots, both friend and foe. In other words, things are about to get beastly and badass. If you want to know more about the new installment in the popular franchise, like the incredibly talented voice cast, where in the timeline this takes place, and which characters are showing up for the battle, film is set to be released on June 9th, 2023 and will find itself competing against some pretty big movies such as Elemental, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, and The Flash. Number 3. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Quantumania is the third solo outing for Paul Rudd's size-changing hero Scott Lang following 2015's Ant-Man and 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's the 31st MCU film overall, but more importantly, it's the first installment in the MCU's Phase 5, which means this new flick introduces some major new villains and paves the way for some huge changes in the Marvel movie series. Having rescued Janet Van Dyne from the quantum realm in the previous Ant-Man and the Wasp film, the Ant Gang ventures back into the itty-bitty tiny universe. This time, Cassie is along for the ride as Scott tries to regain the time he lost with his troubled teenage daughter. According to the trailer, he makes a deal with the evil Kang, which goes horribly wrong, of course. Jonathan Majors may already have appeared as Kang, but this is a different version of the character that we met in Loki. So Marvel's smallest hero is headed back to the big screen on 17th of this month. Number 2. Batman: The Doom That Came to Gotham. While DC was not as consistent in making movies as Marvel, especially given that they were not released in a specific order, it has been enormously successful in terms of animated series and films. Justice League Flashpoint Paradox, Batman vs. Robin, and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War are just a handful of the incredible DC animated films, and the studio is delivering another intriguing addition this year. The film is based on a 3-issue comic book series of the same name published by DC Comics' Elseworlds imprint in 2000. Bruce Wayne has just returned from a sea adventure in icy Antarctica searching for something. Apparently, Cobblepot's crewmate August Grendon attempts to free a tentacled monster by chipping away at the twice but fails when Bruce Wayne blows everything up to put an end to his scheme. Despite ending a disaster, Bruce ends up in another as a prophecy leads him to some unfathomable occurrences that turn out to be the work of his own father. Number 1. John Wick Chapter 4. Keanu Reeves isn't done with John Wick just yet. After fighting his way through New York City and Casablanca in John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum, Reeves is coming back as the Uber assassin in John Wick Chapter 4. With the high table turning on both Wick and the Bowery King, it appears war is coming between the two sides. The Bowery King has an army of homeless-looking killers at his disposal that are located all around the city, and with Wick likely feeling a little mad after being shot by his former associate Winston, a team-up could absolutely be in the cards. Any Matrix fan will be thrilled to see more screen time for Reeves and Fishburne together, and John Wick 4 likely will have plenty of that. John Wick Chapter 4 is coming to cinemas on 24th March of this year. Well, that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.